Okay, this is the second Traqspera training video we put together to assist foremen with entering time on this new program, Traqspera. In this video, we will be focusing on entering time in the application on your mobile device. We are recording this video in August of 2025, so references to the specific layout of tabs or links in the mobile application are based on what we are using now, and may change slightly if you are seeing this later in time. To get started, click the Traqspera tile on your mobile device homepage. Traqspera should open to the current time period. If this is your first time logging in, the screen will be blank. To enter any time, you must create a crew. Even if you are only reporting time for yourself, you need to be on a crew. Click the Home button at the bottom of the app, then click Field Tools and Manage Crews. Here you can create your crew or crews. Click Create Crew. Start by entering the crew leader. This can be you or any other field member at SullyMac. Generally, it would be the person specifically in charge of and entering time for that crew. Once you enter a crew leader name, the crew name will auto-populate. Crew names can be changed, but they have to be unique across the company. So if someone else has already used the name you selected, the system will not allow it and require you to make a change. If you only have one crew working on one job, there may be no need. But if there are a few different job numbers you are reporting time for, you might want to add the job number to the crew name, so it's easier to find when you're reporting time for a specific project. Just click the field if you want to make changes. The crew leader will also auto-populate as the first crew member by default. This can also be changed, however, a crew must have at least one member, so others will need to be added before you will be allowed to delete it. To add crew members, just click into the field and a list will appear. You can scroll down the list to find the name, or click into the search field and type a few letters of the first or last name, and this should reduce the options and make things a little quicker. If you want to delete a name, just click the little X in their name bubble. Now enter a crew supervisor. The crew supervisor is not a required field, but this person must be a user on this platform. If you are on a smaller project and you are only entering time for yourself and maybe a few other guys, you could just leave this blank, or enter your own name as crew supervisor. If you are on a larger project working under a GF, they may be the crew supervisor. It could also be a PM or another foreman that might cover for you if you're out. In the department field, there are 4 selections: direct labor and PTO for one of the 3 divisions. Direct labor is the working hours you enter for your crew. When building a crew, you should enter direct labor for the division you most commonly work in. PTO, which is inclusive of non-paid and paid time off, is the non-working hours you enter for the crew, out sick, at school, or on vacation. PTO would typically be entered in the timesheet as you enter the daily time. Next, enter the job number for this crew. If your crew might be on several different jobs daily or weekly, you can leave this field blank and fill it in later in the timesheet. But if you are building this crew for a specific job, click the field and find your job number. Again, type a few numbers or letters into the search field to reduce the options. The phase or cost code is not required when setting up your crew. This too can be entered later when entering your daily time. But if the crew you are building is primarily working on one phase for this project, click into the field and find that phase. Now click the Save button. Congratulations, you have created your first crew. Click the Timesheets button in the bottom right of the screen. Use the arrows at the top of the screen to navigate to the correct time period. Make sure the Crew tab is highlighted, and click the plus at the bottom right on the screen. A list should open up with all the crews you have created. Select the crew you want to enter time for, and click the Confirm tab. Now click the View tab. You are now ready to start entering time. At the top of the screen, you will see the crew leader's name, and to the right of that, In Progress. This is the status while you are entering time. At the end of the week, when you are done making edits, you will complete time entry, and the status will change to Pending Approval. This will let payroll know you are ready for your time to be submitted. When payroll starts entering your crew's time for this pay period, you will see the status change again to Partially Approved or Approved, and you will no longer be able to make edits. You are expected to enter your crew time daily, however, there is also the option to enter it weekly. If your crew is working on the same job number with the same phase code every day, then weekly might be a good option. Otherwise, daily time entry is your best bet. When entering your time daily, click the date you want to enter time for. The entry day will be highlighted blue. Down at the bottom of the screen, you have 2 options: Add for Crew and Add Single Entry. Use the Add for Crew selection to populate the timesheet with your whole crew. The Add for Crew page will open and allow you to make edits for the crew in any of the fields. When you are done, click the plus Add for Crew button. The crew page will open showing the active crew members. You can add or subtract crew members for this day, or just click Confirm. A green banner will appear confirming your timesheet entries have been saved, and you will see each crew member's time card listed on the screen. Review each one and make sure they are correct. If you need to make any changes, click the Edit button for that worker and make any necessary changes. If one of the crew members was out that day, this is where you would make that change. Click the Edit button for that worker. When the Edit page opens, click on the Department field and select PTO for the division they are working in. You will also need to make a selection in the Job field. Click on it and select Bonus Time, Sick, or Unpaid. Bonus time is any paid time off that has been determined for foremen. Check with your superintendent or the payroll department if you are unclear on how this is applied. Sick is also paid for anyone that meets the criteria for sick time, calling the foreman in advance to let them know they will be out because of sick time-related issues. If you need to know more about sick time criteria, please contact the payroll department. Unpaid is for all other time off. When you are entering unpaid PTO, be sure to enter a note to define why this worker is out: no call, no show, school, vacations, or holidays. When you are done, just click Save, and you will be returned to the timesheet screen. If you need to add a worker for this day, or for this day forward, you can do that here too. If this is going to be a new member to your crew, then click inside the crew members field and find the name and select it, and you will see it has appeared with your other crew members and will be there going forward. If this is a crew member just being added for the day, you might just use the plus Add Single Entry button. Click the button, and a blank page will open with a plus labor button at the bottom. Click this, and a crew time card will open with a blank name. Just enter the worker's name and other information and save, and they will be added to your timesheet for this day. When you are done with your entries for the day, you can go to My Info at the bottom right of the screen and sign out, or enter time for another day. If entering time, select the next day you want to enter time for. You will see any crew members that had been added are still in your crew members field. Click the Add for Crew button, but say this day your crew attended a safety meeting for an hour. When the Add for Crew page opens, you can select the safety phase code, enter 1 hour, and save. You will see the whole crew has been added to your timesheet with 1 hour under the safety phase code. If your crew, or most of your crew, is going to keep doing the same things they did the day before, after the safety meeting, click the plus Add Single Entry button at the bottom of the screen and click Labor. Now click the Copy from Past button on the top right of the screen. Pick yesterday's date and select the workers that are on your crew today. Then click Copy. Now this crew with yesterday's tasks are pulled into this day's time card. Make sure to go through and make any necessary edits and confirm the correct hours for the day. You will be flagged if you enter more than 8 regular hours for a worker per day. If everything looks good, you can sign out or keep going with your next daily time entry. When you have completed the time for the rest of the week, look at the days of the week at the top of the time card. You will see total crew hours for each day have been added there. This is a good reference that you have captured all the entry hours needed for each day. You can also go into Timesheet Summary by clicking the Home button, then Admin Tools, and Timesheet Summary. Click into the date range and make sure you are viewing the correct timesheet, then scroll down to Legend. Below that, you will see copies of your crew members' weekly time cards. Scroll to the right in the time card and you will see total hours at the bottom of the card. You just want to make sure they are all showing the correct hours for the week. If all crew members' weekly hours look correct, go back to Timesheets and click Actions, then Complete. This will complete your time entry for the week and let payroll know that your editing is done. Now you will see that the status has changed to Awaiting Approval. You now know what is necessary for creating crews and entering your time in Traqspera on the mobile app. We will cover the Traqspera desktop time entry process in the next video. A link will be left in the description body. This concludes this Traqspera training segment. Thank you.